most overhyped notions in solo queue matches nowadays is the idea of counters and counterpicking. Well, first off, what exactly is a counter? A counter in League of Legends is any champion whose niche, kit, or skill set is purposely chosen to work against another champion in lane. In doing this, your goal is to shut them down in the early game in order to make them less of a threat in the late game by denying them of CS and potentially killing them as well. An example of this is Teemo countering Darius. It is said that Teemo counters Darius because Teemo's auto attack range is very close to Darius' pull range. If Teemo can bait Darius' pull, then he has about 20 seconds of uninterrupted auto attack time that Darius can't do anything about. I mean, he can't engage on Teemo without pulling or flashing, so he has no real response to the harass from a range. I mean, this is the ideal situation. However, it doesn't usually happen this way. Countless times in solo queue, I have watched teammates of mine, particularly the solo lanes, be pressured into playing a counter pick that they weren't comfortable with. I mean, although on paper, the champion they picked should win the lane in the respective matchup, because the summoner didn't know how to correctly play the counter pick, he ended up feeding and throwing the team fights in the late game. This is because, drumroll please, there is no counter to skill and experience. Guys, listen, if you know how to play any champion extremely well, then by all means play it. Now, what I'm not saying is intentionally counter yourself because the only champion you can play well is countered by your opponent. No, I mean you should have a better pool of champions to choose from than that. All I'm saying is that when it comes down to it, all you want to do is win. So if you can play a champion that you are strong enough to contribute to a victory with, then by all means, lock it in and ignore the raging teammates that are trying to make you play some dusty champion that countered something back in Season 1. Always pick the champion you're best at, even if the matchup isn't ideal. Look, you have us junglers for a reason, right? I mean, you better believe we have no problem helping camp your lane. If you get bullied too hard, we'll put you back in the game. And that doesn't even entail team composition either. I mean, think back to the Teemo and Darius situation. In lane, Teemo should murk Darius, but ultimately, it's team fights that win or lose games. And you better believe Darius' teamfight potential is much more than Teemo's one little blinding dart could ever even dream of. Look guys, what I'm trying to say here is winning and losing falls a big part on your hands. And one of the best ways to win in solo queue is to play what you know and play it the best. Pick and play what you know and always dominate, and the league points will flow with it. Counters are effective, yes, that is true, but in the end game they don't hold a candle to the potency of any champion played well enough. So always remember, just because your teammates know how to Google counters doesn't mean you should always utilize them. Play what you know, play what you have experience with, and I promise you, you will do better and you will win more. Good luck in League, guys, and thanks so much for watching.